Some breaking news to tell you about involving actress and comedian Tiffany Haddish. She was arrested this morning for DUI in Beverly Hills.
Don't ask me to do shit just to get, oh, she's a nice person. Tiffany's so nice and so sweet. That nice shit! That nice shit! I'm tired of being nice to you, raggedy and y'all lazy! Lazy! I hate when I'm working so hard, like I'm doing all this hard work and then people are eating off of me and then things are falling through the cracks and I'm being treated not well.
Tiffany Haddish has been up to some pretty attention-grabbing stuff lately, and it looks like Katt Williams might have given us a heads up about her tendency to stir up controversy. So, lately, Haddish was arrested for driving under the influence, and Williams, the comedian known for his no-holds-barred style, had some doubts about where her car and career was headed. He didn't just throw a little shade at Haddish, he practically overshadowed her in a storm of criticism. In a recent appearance on Frank and Wanda in the morning show, Williams didn't hold back. He not only took jabs at several fellow comedians, but he made Haddish the center of attention in this controversy. Fresh off winning an Emmy for his guest role on Atlanta, Williams seized the opportunity to question Haddish's rapid rise to stardom. During his critique, Williams didn't mince words. He raised doubts about Haddish's comedic skills, hinting that she might not be crafting her own material, and suggesting she hasn't truly established herself as a genuine comedian. So what's really the scoop with Haddish? Well, I've got all the details for you, and trust me, you'll want to stick around until the very end of this video to find out what's been going on.
Dudes that no woman would talk to in Lenox Mall, let alone you making them movie stars. Why? Because you know ain't nobody gonna sleep with him. You only got Tiffany Haddish.
Katt Williams didn't hold back when he questioned Tiffany Haddish's comedy skills. He suggested that she might not be creating her own jokes and hasn't truly proven herself as a genuine comedian. He straightforwardly mentioned that Haddish has been doing comedy since she was 16. Williams made a bold statement saying,
"She been doing comedy since she was 16. You can't tell me your favorite Tiffany Haddish joke." Why? Because she ain't done a tour yet. She ain't done a special. She has not proven the ability to tell jokes back to back for an hour to nobody.
Williams continued to express skepticism about Haddish's comedy career, and it seems like his earlier doubts might be haunting her now. He went on to criticize the industry, saying they're quick to criticize comedians like Monique while uplifting someone like Haddish, who, according to Williams, didn't even write Girls Trip. He threw a question at the audience, asking if they believe Haddish wrote the script or if it was handed to her. The suggestion that Haddish might not be the creative force behind her success caused a stir in the studio. Host Wanda Smith, apparently eager to defend Haddish, suggested that people like her because she's real. Williams never one to shy away from a debate through a rhetorical jab, questioning when being real became marketable in the industry. To add to the drama, he dropped a bombshell by alleging that Haddish is only popular because she was linked to her alleged romantic involvement with Brad Pitt, alluding to her not-so-secret infatuation with him. As the controversy unfolded, Katt Williams took a moment to praise several other black female comedians, including Luenell, Melanie Camacharo, and Miss Laura. He believed these comedians had been unjustly overlooked. Williams drew attention to the double standards persisting in the industry, where a black woman's appearance is unfairly held against her. According to him, what you look like is not supposed to be held against you. He also pointed out that the industry's tendency to sideline talent in favor of those who conform to a certain mold. Meanwhile, Tiffany Haddish's recent behavior has raised questions about whether she is still in control of her actions. Notably, she was arrested early on a Friday morning on suspicion of driving under the influence, as reported by the Beverly Hills Police Department. The arrest occurred after her performance at the Laugh Factory in West Hollywood for the Comedy Club's annual free Thanksgiving feast. Interestingly, Haddish had also been booked into jail earlier that same morning. When asked by an audience member at the Laugh Factory about her prayers for a man in uniform being answered, Haddish responded with a well-delivered punchline, suggesting she rolled with the situation. However, this isn't the first time she used this line. She previously deployed it after her 2022 Georgia DUI during an appearance on The Tonight Show. Back then, she humorously shared her prayers for a good man in uniform being answered by God, and she emphasized that she got a great lawyer and was working things out. Anyway, the Girls Trip star later shared with ET that her Thanksgiving Day involved giving back by feeding underprivileged people at the Laugh Factory. Haddish had delivered a special holiday set at the venue's 43rd annual Free Feast for locals. Regarding her arrest, Haddish explained that her Tesla parked itself when she dozed off, but ended up blocking part of the street. She expressed her intention to seek help to learn about balance and boundaries, emphasizing her commitment to personal growth. Despite her arrest, Haddish mentioned that she's in good spirits and praised the Beverly Hills Police Department for their professionalism in handling the situation. Police confirmed to ET that the 43-year-old comedian was cited on Friday, November 24th. Witnesses reportedly saw Haddish's car stopped on Beverly Drive, with her appearing to be asleep at the wheel. However, driving under the influence is not the only recent incident involving Tiffany Haddish and her car. She took to Instagram to candidly share her feelings about the dynamics within her team and circle. In a heartfelt 22-minute monologue, she laid bare her frustrations and concerns, providing viewers with a glimpse into the challenges she faces as a public figure and entertainer. The video began with Haddish addressing a common misconception about her, the perception that she is endlessly nice and sweet. Clearly upset, she expressed her weariness at being pigeonholed into this image and sought to share a more authentic portrayal of herself.
Don't ask me to do shit just to get, oh, she's a nice person. Tiffany's so nice and so sweet. Nice shit. That nice shit. I'm tired of being nice to you, raggedy, and y'all lazy. Lazy. Stop being so lazy!
One of her main points, Tiffany Haddish emphasized in her monologue, was her dissatisfaction with those close to her taking advantage of her generosity. In her own words, she expressed frustration at their perceived laziness. She passionately urged people not to expect her to work for free, especially if she had compensated them in the past. Haddish's plea extended to the unreasonable demands placed on her. She shared instances where she was asked to travel extensively, leaving her home state for another without direct flights, only to be offered compensation that fell significantly short of what she believed she was worth. "I'm sick of being nice," she declared, highlighting the toll such situations were taking on her patience. In a sincere moment, Haddish addressed any children who might be watching, apologizing for the explicit nature of her grievances. However, she imparted a crucial lesson about self-worth, saying,
If there's any kids watching this, I'm sorry, kids. But you know your value and don't let nobody, even if they're your friend, even if it's somebody you love, even if, do not let them use you.
As the monologue unfolded, Haddish delved deeper into her emotional landscape, revealing a layer of jealousy that often accompanies her hard work. She articulated her frustration at seeing others benefit from her efforts while feeling neglected or mistreated in return, talking about lazy people in the industry, enjoying luxuries like yachts while Tiffany Haddish worked hard but still faced challenges, showed the imbalances she saw in her work relationships. But it's not the only time Tiffany's behavior raised eyebrows. Last July, there was a video of Tiffany Haddish meeting a fan at a baseball game. Usually, fans shout a celebrity's name to get their attention, but in Tiffany's case, it was the other way around. The video shows Haddish loudly shouting the fan's name over and over. She sarcastically kept yelling the fan's name excitedly. As the fan tried to hug her and express admiration, the 42-year-old suddenly stopped shouting and said, "Don't touch me like that." People on social media reacted to the video, thinking it was unnecessary for Haddish to treat the fan like that. Some said she could have said something and walked away, calling the whole thing extra. Now there's a rumor going around that Haddish has been really stressed for a while, possibly explaining her unusual behavior. In case you missed it, back in September last year, Haddish said she lost everything after being accused of child SA in a lawsuit that was later dismissed. In August, a 22-year-old woman named Jane Doe filed a lawsuit claiming that Haddish and another comedian, Aries Spears, forced her and her 15-year-old brother to do inappropriate things on camera when they were kids. The complaint said Spears played a part in the video, doing suggestive acts like massaging oil onto her brother's back. After the shoot, her brother allegedly called his mother, upset and not wanting to film anymore. In the lawsuit, Jane claimed Haddish recruited her to film a commercial after she attended a comedy camp where Haddish was a guest speaker. Haddish and Spears allegedly made Jane watch a video showing a man and a woman sharing a sandwich in a way that simulated a certain act making noises. Spears then told Jane to mimic what she saw on the screen, including the sounds, exactly like in the video. Jane felt nervous and disgusted at the time, and Haddish verbally explained what was expected of her and showed her how to do it. After the lawsuit, the two comedians faced criticism for an old comedy sketch called Through a Pea's Eyes, posted on the website Funny or Die. Haddish apologized, saying the sketch was meant to be funny but wasn't, and she regretted agreeing to act in it. A representative for Funny or Die called the video disgusting and stated they would never produce such content. Now, circling back to Katt Williams, it seems like his stance on Tiffany being problematic is probably right. He thinks that she doesn't deserve her fame and is not a genuine comedian committed to making people genuinely happy. But what are your thoughts on this? Do you think Katt was right? Or do you think Tiffany Haddish is just a victim in all of this? Comment down below. And while we wait for more updates, make sure to watch our next video.